The work from home culture helped in creating the perfect environment for many of us to earn a few extra bucks with a side hustle. These days, side hustles are part of lives of many millennials. But what we see is many of them have a lot of questions about managing their taxes. So let's start with GST, shall we? Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. I'm Annapurna from the makers of ClearTax. We are India's largest tax and financial services platform, serving more than 4 lakh growing businesses, including many well-known brands. All about income from side hustle. Side hustle literally means side business or side job which helps you make money alongside your main employment or income source. It can be called as part-time job outside a typical 9-to-5 job. Some examples of side hustle are managing social media for small businesses, renting out a spare room, freelance copywriting or graphic designing, selling used stuff like furniture or gadgets on e-commerce sites, recycling used smartphones, taking tuition classes or art or even music classes, maybe even offering to babysit, etc. There's one thing common across the examples I mentioned. Income is not consistent like your salary or substantial as main business. Side hustles are all about earning money on one's own terms, which is regardless of the amount of money it brings in, and when money comes into picture, taxes kicks its way in. That's where we have direct taxes such as income tax, you pay on income you earn. On the other hand, we have indirect taxes such as goods and services tax or GST, which is paid on services you render. Applicability of GST on side hustle. GST is applicable on anyone who provides goods or services of any kind unless they are kept out of the scope by GST notifications. You must get registered under GST and pay taxes on goods or services billed if your total earnings in India cross the threshold value. You can see on your screen the limits defined. If you are into supply of goods operating from special category states of Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland or Tripura, then the limit is rupees 10 lakhs. Suppose you operate from special category states such as Uttarakhand, Meghalaya, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, then the limit is rupees 20 lakhs. For special category states of Himachal Pradesh and Assam, it's rupees 40 lakhs, whereas for Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, the limit is rupees 40 lakh. For normal category states such as Puducherry, Telangana, limit is rupees 20 lakh, and for rest of India, the limit is rupees 40 lakhs. If you are into supply of services operating from special category states of Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland or Tripura, then the limit is rupees 10 lakhs. Suppose you operate from special category states such as Uttarakhand, Meghalaya, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, then the limit is rupees 20 lakh. For special category states of Himachal Pradesh and Assam, it's rupees 20 lakhs, whereas for Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, the limit is rupees 20 lakh. For normal category states such as Puducherry and Telangana and rest of India, the limit is rupees 20 lakhs. Moreover, if you supply to a person located in another state or is an e-commerce seller, then registration becomes compulsory. Now suppose your earnings from side hustle together with the main business or profession is less than limit we just discussed, then GST registration is not compulsory. But if it exceeds the limit, then you must apply for GST registration and obtain a unique GST identification number or GSTIN from the state you operate or are located. So if your turnover or earnings is less than the limit, then you still have the option to obtain voluntary GST registration. Are you enjoying the learning? Do type in your tax compliance queries in the comments section and we'll come back to you with answers. Let's proceed to the most awaited section of this video on benefits of obtaining voluntary GST registration if you have a side hustle with earnings lower than GST registration limits. Benefits of voluntary GST registration for side hustle. Firstly, it provides input tax credit to your customers. Once your business is legally recognized, you can issue taxable invoices. Your GST registered buyers can in turn take input tax credit on their purchases. This will help expand your customer base to corporate and make it more competitive. However, this would benefit only if you mostly have B2B clients and may not work if you provide services to GST unregistered consumers. Secondly, you can take input tax credit. Voluntarily registered persons can take input tax credit on their purchases and input services like IT services taken, legal fees, consultation fees, ads, etc. This will bring down the cost of doing business and eventually increase business margin and your profitability. Next up, you can make interstate sales without many restrictions. Businesses registered under GST can make interstate sales without many restrictions. Thus, it widens potential market for small business owners and freelancers. You can also opt for selling goods online through e-commerce platform. Fourth on the list is you can be compliant and have good ratings. Registration for GST will ensure that business is compliant and scalable without any barrier of future registration. Also under GST, compliance rating will be maintained, and if this is done correctly, it can attract additional business. Lastly, you can improve goodwill and gain better standing. A registered business will find it much easier in other business areas such as getting bank loans, renting premises, etc. Challenges upon GST registration and how to overcome them. We discussed the benefits of getting registered under GST. However, there is a flip side to it. If you register voluntarily under GST, you may have to face some extra compliance. But we can provide solutions to most of the concerns that I will discuss. First of all, technology. One of the biggest challenges many small businesses and those who side hustle face is technology required for GST compliance. GST registration as well as returns and tax payments are all online. It gets difficult for you if you are familiar only with the manual methods of filing returns or paying taxes. But don't worry, Clear provides user-friendly Clear GST software that is cloud-based end-to-end GST return filing solution for easy online compliance with validations at every step. Secondly, multiple return filing. Once registered under GST, you must file returns such as GSTR1 and GSTR3B once in a quarter if earnings is below Rs 5 crore by opting into the quarterly return and monthly payment or QRMP scheme. You will have to file monthly if turnover is more than Rs 5 crore. You should include details of all purchases, sales, final tax liability after setting off input tax credit. Even if you did not have any sales in a month or quarter, you should file these returns. Failure to file can not only deny input tax credit to your buyer but also attract late fees, interest and penalty for you. Further, compliance rating will get affected negatively. Clear GST helps you with 100% accurate end-to-end preparation and filing of returns such as GSTR1, GSTR3B, IFF, CMP08, etc. with one-click import of data or invoicing option, automatic reconciliation with your auto-generated GSTR2B for you to claim input tax credit, etc. Third on the list of cons is payment of tax liability. Once registered under GST, the supplier will have additional responsibility of collecting and depositing taxes with the authorities. This will not only inflate the cost for buyer but also leverage similar sellers who are not registered under GST. Clear GST helps in optimizing tax outflows for you by ensuring that you claim 100% input tax credit. Fourth on the list is possible loss of advantage. Once you are registered, you will have to collect GST from customers. Your fellow service providers who are unregistered may charge cheaper fares as they don't have to collect GST and can thus attract more B2C customers. Next up, the timely compliance of GST provisions. Once you are registered, you are bound to comply with all provisions of GST rules, acts and notifications. All provisions such as issuing GST compliant invoices, paying GST under reverse charge mechanism will also start applying to you. Worry not if you have signed up on Clear GST software. The software gets updated in real time for the government portal changes and laws. Last on the list of cons is assessment and penal provisions. Once registered under GST, a business will also be legally bound by assessment and penal provisions of GST law. This can attract unnecessary interest and penalty to business due to lack of resources to fully comply. Don't forget to explore the ClearGST software, link of which I've left in the video description. Should you register under GST or not? Tips for those who side hustle. Before you choose between obtaining or not obtaining GST registration, know who are your sellers, know who are your buyers, and how much resources do you have. Suppose in the line of side hustle you are into, if your suppliers and your clients are both registered under GST, then it may be beneficial for you also to register, otherwise you will break the ITC chain. If your clients are unregistered, it may be beneficial to not to register. If you are planning to expand your business, you might opt for the composition scheme. There are lesser taxes to be paid and lesser compliances to be maintained, such as paying tax through CMP 08 once in a quarter and filing one annual return. Registering will also help you to get bank loans more easily. Hence, needless to say that you must do your math around the cost benefit of voluntary registration under GST before deciding. So friends, I hope this video helped you get clarity on GST compliance if you're into some side hustle, and make sure to save this video for future reference. Please support us by sharing this video and subscribing to our channel. Thank you.